Assalamu alaikum. I had a dream where I had a young daughter of about 8 years old, and I was teaching her that people change. They're not who they were in the past. They're not beholden to their mistakes that they've made. And in came a scrawny teenage version of myself. He just had this negative aura about him. And he was saying, no, they are who they once were in the past. They are the mistakes that they made. He started accusing me of stuff that I knew I didn't do. And he was trying to harass me, and he was making threats towards my daughter. And it got to the point where he was going to attack my daughter. Now, I'm not a father myself, but just the thought of someone looking at my daughter the wrong way, absolutely not. So I pulled out a knife in the dream and I stabbed myself over and over again until he collapsed into a pile of glass. And I thought that was over. But later on in the dream, my daughter walked by and she was saying, "Oh, Daddy lied and people don't change and they are who they once were," and all of that. And I'm thinking, where did you get this? I just told you this wasn't true. And once again, there came that scrawny version of myself that I had just killed because he was trying to attack my daughter. The dream ends and I wake up. But the reason that he came back to life was because I was afraid he would. You can't be afraid of who you once were in the past. You can't be afraid of always being that person, because your fear of the past makes it your present. It brings all those mistakes, all those flaws, every bad moment that you've lived before. Fear is what brings it back into the present. Fear is the mental warden keeping you locked within yourself. And there's the other element too. If you don't heal your trauma, if you don't heal the pain that you've dealt with, there's a good chance it's going to pass on to your children. What we don't heal, we pass on. If we want to protect our children, if we want to be good role models for them, we have to heal the generational trauma that we've carried. We have to heal the trauma that we have. We have to heal the pain that we have. We have to work on ourselves to be the best parents that our kids can have. And we can no longer be afraid. Because if we're afraid of being who we once were, of making those mistakes again, it's very likely that we will. It takes courage to face your flaws, your insecurities, your mistakes. It takes courage to face all the pain that you've repressed for so long. But if you don't, it will show up in your life or in others' lives, your loved ones' lives, at the worst time possible, in the worst way possible. If this is something that sounds like it could be in your situation, I'm a life coach. This is the kind of work I do. Feel free to check out my website. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.